everybody, Linda here, and now my dog is coming and ruining everything as usual. Hi everybody, Linda here, and my dog is just ruining my take. Today we're going to do something I'm really excited about. That's why we're here in my kitchen instead of the usual place. And what we're going to do is a cheesecake, but it's not an ordinary cheesecake. It's cheesecake from a recipe from the 17th century. So it's a recipe from a 350-year-old book, and I have never done this before, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. As you might understand, a cheesecake nowadays is probably not the cheesecake on 1650. So yeah, I will try follow the recipe as best I can and trying to do it as authentic as possible. But today we have refined flour, refined sugar, we have a refrigerator, we have an oven, which we can, decide the degrees on. We don't have an open fire and so. So this probably won't be like it was exactly like 350 years ago, but we will still try it and see how it goes. Okay, so just getting rid of the dog. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 3 eggs. And then we're going to beat them. And getting egg all over my kitchen. Well, my dog gets happy anyway, with all the egg was on my floor. So I have beat them, and the next step is to take the flour, and its only step is going to be as much as it gets thick. So we're going to do that. Okay. So we're going to heat those and put in the flour. And it doesn't say how thick it's supposed to be, so I just have to do some guessing. Now it's getting kind of, you can see it's getting kind of doughy, and as I said, I have no idea how much it's supposed to be. It just says it's going to be thick. So okay, I think this is pretty thick now. It's kind of doughy, and I guess that's how they want it. So, and in the next step, we're going to take another 3 eggs and put some cream to it, and also some butter. And it said supposed to be sweet butter, but I only found salted butter. We're not that keen on sweet things here in Sweden. We like to salt everything, but I took the butter with the least amount of salt in it, and actually further down in the recipe is supposed to put salt to it, so I'm thinking to skip that and just having the salt in the butter and hope that's okay anyway. So yeah, we're going to take, it says 3 or 4 eggs more, but I'm going to take 3 because it feels good. Eggshells in my eggs rescue. So now that it's beaten, and then we're going to put a quart of thick cream to this, and I had to look up what a quart was because we only have liters here, and apparently it's almost 1 liter. And also we don't really have thick cream, so I went for the cream with the largest amount of fat in it, which was whipping cream. So I hope that will do. I hope my bone is I'm getting green on my sweater. Oh well, I know I'm not that great of, not getting things on myself. So that's why I took this one, because it's not one of my favorites. You have to think about the things when you are processing. This is a lot of cream. Okay, and then we have the last one, which I'm not going to take all of it. Maybe, you know, if I had thought this ahead, I would have been a big bowl for this, but you know, I can't be good at everything. And the last thing we're going to put in is a quarter of a pound, which is 113 grams. So that's what I'm going to put in of the butter. So that's what I'm going to take in. I know this is probably to be melted, but you know, this is going to be boiled, so I'm just going to put this in there. And hopefully it will melt. Everything else. Okay, and then we're going to use the stove. So now this is going to be put over a fire and boiled. I don't have a fire, so I'm just going to use my stove instead. Oh yeah, and when this begins to boil, we're going to put in the other eggs and flour that we made before. And we're going to stir it very well. And then we're going to let it boil until it's thick. So hopefully that will be how it will be. If that makes sense. So okay, so let's make this thing boiling. Okay, as you can see, I have changed because the cake took like forever and we had to go away, so it's actually tomorrow from yesterday when I filmed this. But I can tell you that the cake took forever to get finished. I think I took it out after 1.5 to 2 hours, and it was really very much fat in it. Lucid fat, so I had to pour it out, and as you might see, I used this 2-part cake form, and I don't recommend that if you're going to do this cake, because it all ran out from the little, you know, the gap between them. So if you're going to do this, do it with like a one solid form so it doesn't leak out like it did me, because it was grease everywhere and I have to sanitize my oven now. But anyway, finally I'm going to try this cake, and it doesn't really look like regular cheesecake that you're thinking of today, you know, with the crisped down cookies and the sponge. But yeah, let's try this. It's very moist in the middle, but I'm going to try the outer thing. This actually tastes like, we have something in Sweden that we call cheesecake, like literal translation, like a cheese cake. And this actually tastes like this. It's not at all like, you know, American cheesecake. It's more spongy, not bad at all. I think it could have been in the oven a bit longer actually, because it's very moist. And yeah, it really tastes like a Swedish cheesecake, and that is like a traditional dish here. And I think this could be very good with ice cream. It's very heavy. So let's try with ice cream. Okay, so I only had chocolate ice cream. I don't know how good that will be, but let's try it. The ice cream lights up the cake, and it's actually pretty good. I mean, it's like, it's not as, like I said, like you think of a cheesecake, like American cheesecake. It's more of a sponge cake. Very, very heavy. Very heavy, but you know, not bad at all. But I think if you ever go to Sweden and you ask for a cheesecake, but in Swedish, ostkaka, then you're going to get something like this. And I actually read somewhere that the Swedish ostkaka is cheesecake is actually from like 17th century, so this is probably some relations to it. Thank you so much for watching. I will put the recipe below and also on my blog, and also you saw it earlier in the video. I should say I put the oven at 175 degrees Celsius. So thank you all. God, dog, what are you doing? So me and Sveja are going to say goodbye for this time. And if you try this recipe, please let me know. Please let me know what you think of it. And if you want me to do more of these 17th century bake-offs. So have a good night, and I see you some other time. Bye. Yeah. It's actually pretty good. It only had sugar on top, so it's not very sugary. Yeah, it is.